Hello everyone. As you know, in 2022, a new AI called Chatgpt was released by OpenAI software, and a lot of YouTubers have been trying it out for various things. So I decided to see if we can play chess or not. And to make it more interesting, I decided to play it against Mittens, which is a cat robot released by chess.com in just last week. So I wanted to see if it can play chess or not, whether it can remember position or not. So let's see what happened. So Mittens has the white pieces and she starts with e4. ChatGPT replies with e5. Then he goes knight to f3. Mittens goes knight to f3, attacking the pawn, and ChatGPT here replies with knight to c6. Now up until this point everything looks fine. Then Mittens goes for dual ruler pace, and here ChatGPT is able to identify the opening and he calls it the Ruy Lopez, which and explains the opening, and then he says that black should go for the Berlin defense but suggests to play a6. Now I think a6 is the main line of the Ruy Lopez, whereas Berlin defense starts with knight to f3, but ChatGPT thinks this first a6 then knight to f6. So Mittens goes back with the bishop and now knight here. Then Mittens castle, and here is the first problem for ChatGPT. After this castle, he praises white for the move and he too wants to castle, but he cannot castle because there is a bishop in the way. And so I explain it to him. So he goes, okay, then play d6 to develop the light square bishop. And now mission pushes on with c5. And now ChatGPT starts making some weird moves. He goes back with the knight to d6. Here I think when ChatGPT suggests knight to d7 is the first moment where it starts to forget the position, as it says to develop the knight to d7, but already both the knights have been developed. So I think it is where ChatGPT is already starting to lose the position on the board. Now Mittens here replies with bishop takes on knight and then recaptures and then pushes d4, and again ChatGPT is really starting to forget the position, so I have to remind him. Then he again plays knight to f6, which we already moved the knight to f6 in the past and again put it on f6. So it is a very strange move. You develop the knight to f6, then back to d7, back to f6. Now Mittens takes on d5, ChatGPT takes on d5, and again here, and now so before that move she trades queens, and now again takes here, and now ChatGPT wants to take here, but if he takes here then this check loses the rook. So I have to explain it to him, and so he goes, yeah, we should go with bishop here to defend. Then knight c3, and now again ChatGPT wants to take this move, but already the move to defend the knight has been played, so this is impossible. So then it asks me to give the position, so I give it the position, and then he explains, he's correctly able to explain that white is a little bit better, but he keeps saying that there is a d pawn and a e pawn which is a target, but as you can see there is no pawn on the d file. So I again explain him the position, and again he gives the same reply, and he wants to play this move. Then he suggests f6, but again f6 cannot be played because there is a knight on f6. So he finally decides to play this move, which loses the bishop, and thereafter I say that it took me about an hour to get to this position only, and only 13 moves have been played. And so thereafter I told him that I think we should stop playing. So you can see that ChatGPT is able to identify the opening and it can give you some suggestion, but it is unable to keep track of the position. It lost what was happening, and even after giving it the position it is unable to visualize the board. And later on it explains that it is only a chat based model, so it cannot really give you accurate description. So I think that ChatGPT can do a lot of things, but chess is not something that it can play. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you have any other suggestion of these interesting videos, then do let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed it, do drop a like. Thanks for watching.